Chris, you've come in today because you're interested in an apprenticeship.
Yes.
Right. My main job here is to find you an employer to start your apprenticeship programme. So we need to find out exactly what you're looking for in terms of needs, how far you travel, what sectors you're interested in, and ultimately why an apprenticeship and not university or going into full-time employment. Okay? Yeah. Do you know much about apprenticeships at all?
Well, what I know about apprenticeships is that it basically involves taking someone who can, well, from any walk of life into a career, and they're basically getting paid for, well, a small amount for actually working.
Yeah. Do you know how much you'll actually get paid?
I've heard on the grapevine that it's £95.
Yes, it is. It's a minimum of £95 a week. Are you going to be all right?
That would be, that would be okay, yeah.
Are you doing any part-time work at the moment?
I'm not, no.
You're not. So, would we put you down as unemployed, would you say? And are you getting any benefits?
No.
No benefits, okay. Right, basically the apprenticeship scheme is a work-based learning programme, so you'll be in the job generally 4 days a week. 1 day a week will be in the college or with a training provider. Have you thought about what sector you'd be interested in?
I would like to work in either business admin or sales.
Right, which would you prefer out of the two, or would you like a combination of both?
I'd probably be swaying towards the sales side.
The sales side,
yeah.
Right. And have you spoken to any colleges as yet?
I haven't, no.
You haven't, right. What I'd advise is for you to have a look on some college websites. I can give you some details at the end of today. So you need to think about how far you travel. There's lots of different colleges in the area. There's East Durham, Sunderland City, New College, Hartlepool. All of them will do this sort of course.
Right.
Now, if you went down the admin side, you could get some sales modules in there. There's also other places like the North East Chamber of Commerce that'll just do sales, so it depends where you want to go, how far you want to travel.
Okay.
You're living in Blackhall, how far would you travel to get to work?
I would say 20 miles.
Right, it's just important because I don't want to put you forward for vacancies that you're not going to want to travel to on a daily basis. Yeah. And do you drive?
I do.
You do. Sales. We'll just go through your GCSEs. Can you remember what you got? They're pretty good grades for us to go on. There's 2 levels of apprenticeships. There's your level 2, which is your normal apprenticeship. That's equivalent to 5 GCSEs and getting A star to C. But there's key skills in there. Now you've got an E for your English language and a D.
I was concerned about my E in English.
Well, as part of the scheme, you can get that up to a C if you get your level 2 in key skills.
Okay.
So once you've got that, you can then put it on your CV. It is an equivalency.
Right.
So it'll stand up there with your C for your maths.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
That's great.
We'll talk a little bit more about admin. What do you think it actually entails on a day-to-day basis?
The admin side, I would just say, is it just manually working behind a desk or on a computer?
It does involve that, yes. There's a little bit more. You could do filing, arranging systems, databases. A lot of them have receptionist roles, so you'll be the first point of contact. You need to be able to speak to people when you come in, like the lady you saw on the door here.
Oh, right,
greeted you, got you to sign in, and directed you. You need to be able to do that. You also need to be able to pick up the telephone. A lot of people don't feel comfortable picking up the telephone, so it is quite a hard thing, especially with the sales side. So you need to make sure it is something you definitely want to be interested in and go down.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Right. Why sales in that case?
I think sales would benefit me strongly because I see myself as being a personable person. Definitely like speaking to people. I'm very comfortable talking and being amongst people. What
skills do you think that you've got that you could bring that's then going to be really good for the sales or admin job?
I would say I'm a relatively confident person.
You've said that you like being on the telephone, which is definitely
I do, I like to speak to people. I genuinely believe that I would have good customer service because I like to treat people the way I like to be treated myself. I believe that customer service is very, very important, and I believe that I'll be able to deliver a high level of customer service.
Definitely. What about your hobbies and interests outside of work?
My hobbies and interests, I love to play football.
Yeah.
I like to play football.
You play for a local team?
I don't, unfortunately, no. I play 2 to 3 times a week with some friends.
Right, we need to think about how we move this forward, because obviously we want you placed as quickly as possible in a job that's completely suited for you. We need you to get a CV sorted.
Right.
So I I can give you sort of a borderline of what you can write on there. We need your name and address at the top, do a brief profile, basically what you said to me there, so you're a confident person, you enjoy being around people, you've got good customer service skills.
Yeah.
Just put that in sort of 3 or 4 lines on the top. Next you need your education and employment history, so your GCSEs can go on there. Anything else that you've done since you left school as well?
No, just I would say just a little bit of work experience. Yeah.
Put that on. It doesn't matter whether it's a week, 2 weeks, and think about your duties when you were there. If you're working in a bar, you were serving customers,
Just everything.
handling money, anything.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because at your age you're not going to have done a lot, so
No.
we need to make it as sort of sound as we can. Really.
So my CV is it just basically an expanded, version of that?
It can be. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So employment history and then references. It's up to you. You can put the references' names on there and the numbers, or you can put available on request. It's completely up to you.
Right.
Send that over to me in an email format. I'll have a look and then I'll give you a call back and give you some feedback and see if there's anything we can add or take away.
Okay.
Just means that you're then ready, because I'm obviously going to go out and find you jobs,
Yeah.
but I want you physically to go out yourself. You're going to stand out from the crowd. If you turn up, you're dressed like that, you're handed a CV to a company, they're
Yeah.
going to remember you. They're not going to remember 20 that come in the post.
Yeah.
They're just going to throw them away. So you need to stand out from the crowd. We need to get you talking to colleges as well, so you can go down there and meet with them.
Okay.
So that's the first 2 stages over. From then, we'll get you back in when I've got an interview for you, or if you've got someone that you know who can take you on. And we'll do some interview prep, so we'll go through commonly asked questions, how to prepare, what to wear, and I'll give you some more information on the job itself.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Brilliant.
Okay, have you got any more questions for me?
No, not at all.
Everything's quite clear.
Yeah. That was brilliant.